scrolling through social media and wondering, why is everyone in this world rich except me? Well, congratulations. You've come to the right place to have that exact insecurity validated. According to the latest data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, if you want to sit on a mountain of cash in the land of opportunity, you essentially have two choices: either study until your spine snaps to get into healthcare, or become the lord and master of the corporate/tech world. Here is a breakdown of the top 10 highest paying occupations in the U.S., along with the hilarious, soul-crushing reality of what they actually cost. Category 1. The White Lab Coat Squad. Salary, $239,200/year. Warning, this group hogs almost all the top spots on the U.S. salary leaderboard. Their pay is so high that the BLS got lazy counting the exact numbers and just grouped them as equal to or greater than $239,200 per year. But everything has a price. 1. Surgeons, from cardiothoracic, orthopedic, to pediatric. Job description: slicing, dicing, and sewing up human body parts to save lives. The paycheck, starting around $240,000 to well over $500,000 per year for the rock stars of the operating room. The hidden agony: you endure 4 years of pre-med, 4 years of medical school, and 3 to 8 years of residency. By the time you make your very first real dollar, most of your hair has fallen out, your eyesight is ruined, and your peers have already managed to get divorced, for the second time. 2. Anesthesiologist's job description: putting patients to sleep and making damn sure they wake up at the right time. The paycheck, equal to or greater than $239,200/year. The hilarious reality: many think this job is a breeze, just give one injection and sit on your phone. In reality, it's a psychological thriller. Underdose them, and the patient wakes up mid-surgery to fight the surgeon, overdose them even slightly, and they go meet their ancestors. That high salary is actually hazard pay for the doctor's own impending heart attack. 3. Dermatologist's job description: curing acne, erasing dark spots, popping blackheads, and preaching the gospel of sunscreen. The paycheck, equal to or greater than $239,200/year. Why everyone envies them. This is considered the king of medical jobs. No night shifts, no emergency calls at 3 a.m. because, doctor, a pimple just spawned on my face. You're rich, you're relaxed, and your skin is flawless. 4. Orthodontists / oral and maxillofacial surgeons job description: tightening braces, yanking out wisdom teeth, and engineering million-dollar smiles. The paycheck, equal to or greater than $239,200/year. The brutal truth: you are the ultimate boogeyman of every child's nightmares. You spend your days staring into screaming mouths and dodging flying saliva. But hey, the money you make is enough to buy a mansion with a swimming pool filled with minty mouthwash. 5. Psychiatrist's job description: listening to people vent, cry, and existential crisis their way through life, then writing prescriptions to help them cope. The paycheck, equal to or greater than $239,200/year. The price to pay: absorbing toxic negative energy all day long. Sometimes after a long shift of listening to patients' traumas, the psychiatrist has to go find another psychiatrist just to exorcise their own brain. Category 2. The healers, who don't have to go to med school. 6. Nurse anesthetists, CRNAs, approximate $212,000 to $248,000 per year. Job description: the right-hand man, and often the savior, of the anesthesiologist. Why it's hot. You don't need to spend over a decade in school like a full MD, yet your salary flirts with the ultra-rich bracket. You just need to stay awake enough to not mix up the medication dosages. Category 3, the high flyers and tech carriers. 7. Airline pilots, co-pilots, approximate $226,600 per year. Job description: driving a few hundred souls through the sky at 35,000 feet. The glamour: checking in from New York in the morning, having dinner in Paris, watching sunsets above the clouds and looking incredibly cool in a crisp uniform and aviator shades. The reality. Your schedule is a chaotic mess and jet lag ruins your biological clock to the point where you don't know what day of the week it is. Plus, whenever the plane hits severe turbulence, the pilot's heart is pounding just as fast as the passengers. 8. Chief Executive Officers, CEOs. Approximate $200,000. $250,000 per year, base salary, job description. Meetings, more meetings, and signing papers to fire people, or getting fired yourself. Note that $200,000 figure is just the tip of the iceberg. Base salary. Their bonuses, stock options, and incentives are what actually buy the yachts, the burden. You are the ultimate scapegoat. If the company thrives, you're a visionary genius. If the stock drops by 1%, the internet will roast you alive. 9. Computer and Information Systems Managers, IT managers. Approximate $169,510 per year, job description. Managing a herd of introverted IT guys and making sure the company network doesn't crash, the eternal nightmare. Constantly trying to explain to senior executives, who don't even know how to use Excel, why the company needs to spend millions on cybersecurity instead of just changing the password to 123,456 to save money. 10. AI architects / computer research scientists. Approximate $131,000. $145,000 per year, job description. Teaching computers how to think like humans. And praying they don't revolt and destroy humanity. Industry vibes. The gold rush of the 2020s. As long as you understand machine learning neural networks and your brain doesn't melt from looking at lines of code, tech giants will literally throw bags of money at your face. The verdict: which path will you choose? Occupation, healthcare, the perks, filthy rich, makes your parents incredibly proud. The catch: your youth is buried in operating rooms and the smell of antiseptic. Tech sector, the perks, sitting in AC, riding the 2026 AI wave. The catch: high risk of premature balding and losing the ability to talk to real humans. Airline pilots, the perks, travel the world. Peak aesthetic. The catch: you forget what your partner looks like due to time zone differences. If you finished reading this and realized your job didn't make the cut, don't worry. Just remember, money can't buy happiness, but crying in a Mercedes is still way more comfortable than crying on a bicycle. Now close this tab and get back to work. Your boss is watching. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to support the channel and watch the next video for more amazing content. See you next time.